Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to start looking at the holiday collections. They're out there, guys, slowly trickling into the department stores and on the various counters. And I've had to kind of buy in bits and pieces because I have to say, certainly in London, they're not being consistently stocked across the range. I will say that MAC appeared to launch yesterday or Thursday, as far as I could tell. That's always a popular one. I always find it difficult to judge what's going to sell out of that. I haven't bought anything from that yet. Guerlain has arrived in part, minus, as far as I can see, the Iron Cheek palette that everyone wants, but the meteorites and the lipsticks are there. And Dior is here, so that's what I'm going to show you today. I bought these items last weekend, had to buy them separately. I got a couple of nail polishes in Selfridges. They'd sold out of the, I'm not sure whether they'd sold out of both the eye palettes, but certainly the one that I've got here, and they claimed that they were exclusively stocking for a fortnight. In fact, I found the palette in the Dior boutique at Covent Garden. So let's look at that first of all. There are two palettes and they're quints, 5 colours. I haven't bought from Dior recently. I don't know, went off them, but I do like this collection very much. The quints seem to have got kind of a bit smaller and thinner in terms of the palette. I ought to have checked. This is 3 grams of product. I haven't checked it with my previous holiday ones from a couple of years ago, but I quite like the slim, elegant packaging. I think their creative director has changed again recently, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, this collection is called Precious Rocks. It's jewel based, which I think is very appropriate for the season. There are 2 colorways. Here's the one I picked, which is Ruby. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. You know that I'm not a great matte wearer. Maybe at my age I should be, but I love me a bit of shimmer, not glitter, but sheen and luster. And this one has definitely got it. So really, really pretty colours. I've tended in the past to shy away from reds and very warm-toned russety browns on the grounds that they would make me look a bit piggy-eyed. But actually, I've found that provided it's done well and it's a good formulation, they can be very flattering, certainly to blue eyes. I've got blue-grey eyes. So I'm less frightened of them than I used to be. And indeed, even quite violent kind of orangey colours can look quite good on my eyes, I've found. So this was the one I picked. I thought actually it was both festive and quite wearable. You've got a couple of colours here which are almost highlightery shade. There's a beautiful kind of yellowy gold, great for brightening in the corners of the eyes, not super pigmented. Then this really pretty pinky shade, which I think can look super pretty on the eyes. Then 2 not over the top. Here's a kind of mid-toned, that's a beautiful consistency of mid-toned bronze, I would say, swatching really, really well. Very nice quality shadow there, and it is on the eyes as well, I can tell you. And then equally a kind of mid again, I think, plum colour, very wearable for a lot of people. Actually swatching more kind of brown than red, but just giving a bit of plummy warmth, not too dark, not too in your face. And then this gorgeous, this is the kind of festive colour, really metallic pinky red. I just think that's gorgeous. Can be a bit frightening to wear, but I've worn it and I actually think it looks quite nice. This is a really nice quality palette. They've definitely upped their game. There's no glitter here, but there is quite a lot of shimmer. These two, you know, not too much to wear in the day, That one obviously is a bit more shimmery if you're frightened of that, but a nice kind of ramping up for the evening or the holiday. So I think this is a really nicely judged palette for the holiday season, in that you're going to be able to wear it outside of party looks and Christmas. You know, you're going to be able to wear it for everyday looks right through the autumn into winter. But definitely this shade here, you know, and using the pretty highlighters is going to work for evening and holiday looks as well. So well done, Dior. I think that's a bit of a win this year. The other quint is also really, really pretty, maybe slightly more difficult to wear for some people. It's greens. I was very tempted by it because I do like green, although I don't wear it on my eyes an awful lot. I think if you're hazel-eyed, you know, green looks just great. What I'm showing you here is the Tom Ford Emerald Lust from some years ago. It's not the same by any means because it's got a kind of bluey green selection, whereas I would say the Dior one is more yellow based. There is an absolutely beautiful chartreuse green, I would call it a lemony green, in the Dior palette, which was quite tempting to me, but I know it would be difficult for me to wear. But the consistency when I was trying them on is very similar to the ruby one. You know, so I'm just showing you this because whenever I look at a green palette, I think of this one, which I've got, I absolutely love, but I hardly ever wear. You know, it's a real evening look for me when I'm wearing something that's going to coordinate well with it. So I just didn't buy it because I didn't feel I would wear it, but it looked like a really nice festive palette. And again, it's this really obvious kind of Christmas colouring, which I also picked up in the two polishes that I bought. These are the Diorific polishes that they bring out at the holiday season. They're like little Christmas ornaments, so pretty. I actually find them slightly awkward to apply. They've got the typical Dior quite broad brush that some people really love. I prefer the thinner Chanel brush, partly because I've got quite small nail beds. And I find this brush, you know, covers almost the whole nail, but not quite. There are four colours. I picked two of the very obvious Christmassy ones. This gorgeous, gorgeous green, which I think is a standout. You know, look at the micro shimmer there, giving a kind of goldeny highlight to the green. But it's very in your face. I haven't worn this yet because it wouldn't be suitable for work. I am wearing the other one. That one's emerald, by the way. I'm wearing ruby, which isn't terribly ruby because it's kind of light. I think this is quite retro in that it's quite a pinky red, and the micro shimmer actually does show up on the nail, which is more than most of the Chanel ones do. So it's a nice polish and it's wearing quite well. 2 days wear there on me at work. There is also a more plain crimson, it's not really crimson, but a darker red with less, if any, micro shimmer. I don't know whether that's garnet. I didn't actually look. This is ruby. And then there is amethyst, which is a beautiful bluey purple, I would say. If you like purples, you're going to love it. I did toy over it for a while. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour, but purple doesn't really look all that great on my nails, so I didn't buy it in the end. But they're really, really pretty shadows and, you know, really, really festive holiday, aren't they? I think these would make beautiful presents as well. It's really difficult to get small, nice presents these days. You used to try and get them for £10. Now, you know, you're lucky to get anything for 20. These are £20.50 each, so they're not cheap, but I know I'd be really pleased to get one of these as a stocking filler, and they're prettily packaged, so, you know, that's an idea for people. There are a couple of powders. There's a gold highlighter, which is presented with this kind of carving of the rocks in it. Very, very nice. I didn't need yet another highlighter, particularly as it was a kind of mid-toned gold, which I have plenty of. There's a loose powder. Dior loose powders are really, really nice. I just find loose powders difficult to use, so I've bought them in the past. They're gorgeous quality, but I haven't used them and I've passed them on. They've got a new lipstick formulation, which I think they call a kohl lipstick, quite thin and pointed. Standard, very nice Dior red colours. Again, I'm lipsticked out at the moment, but they looked nice, and a few bits of eye pencil products. So it's a nice collection. I do think it's worth looking at. I'm very pleased with my purchases. I'm definitely going to get quite a lot of use out of that palette, I think, and I'm enjoying the nail varnishes, which says a lot for me because, you know, I'm a real Chanel nail polish girl usually. So that's my Dior picks, and yeah, I've got plenty of other things to show you when I've got time. So until then, oh, please give a thumbs up if you like. But bye for now. Bye.